Yo, what's going on, guys? It's E-Dog. I'm back. This is a pretty different video than I've ever recorded, but this is one that I felt like making. So yeah, today I'm gonna be ranking all of the Rocky movies, not the Creed movies. I might do a future video on that separately, but just specifically Rocky movies. I know like Creed, they're usually considered Rocky movies, but I kind of always thought of them as separate. So yeah, in the future I'm gonna do worst to best. So I'm gonna name the worst, which honestly, I want to make this clear. None of the movies on this list suck. I love all of them, but if I'm having to ranking each of them, like number one being the best is how I'm ranking it. None of these movies suck. Get into this. Okay, number 6, last place. I pick Rocky 5 for number 6 or last place. I'm pretty sure this is like everybody's on their list, Rocky 5, but I honestly have nothing against the movie. Like, I know people talk trash about it, they hate on it. I don't think it's bad at all, but definitely out of all the other movies, I think it's definitely the worst. It's not bad though, like, people hate on it a lot. I don't really understand. Like, I kind of do, but also there's some pretty important scenes in that movie, like when Rocky went back to Mickey's old gym and it just flashed back that speech of, you know, Mickey's whole speech when he gave Rocky that chain. And just like, I don't know, man. I mean, that scene was pretty sad. Him going to Mickey's old gym and everything was just empty and just, yeah, that was pretty depressing, but I mean, it was a pretty good movie. I mean, you know, like anime, like how Naruto has like a bunch of filler episodes. It was kind of like that. Like, this movie was kind of like a filler, but still seemed pretty important. I liked it. The fight at the end of the movie was against Tommy Gunn, which I thought was pretty badass. Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people really don't like this movie, I feel like, but I like it. But out of all of the other ones, this one's definitely the worst. So yeah. Number 5 is Rocky 6, Rocky Balboa, the one that was made in 2006. This was the last one. And this is also the first Rocky movie I've ever watched. Yeah, this was a pretty good movie. It was good, but I'm not gonna lie, every time I watch it, it's kind of sad. It's kind of like similar to the 5th one. It's just kind of like depressing how, like, Rocky basically lost everything in that movie. He doesn't have Mickey anymore. His wife. Like, I get too into these movies, man. Like, I actually get like stressed out watching them and like sad. Sure, he fought current champion at that time was Mason Dixon. I think that's his name. I haven't watched this movie in a long time. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah. I don't remember the guy's name exactly. I'm pretty sure it's Mason Dixon. It's just a pretty sad movie. It's an important movie. Probably the most famous movie scene ever when he's talking to his son. It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. I like this movie a lot, and it's really good. It's not bad. I know it's at the bottom of the list, but like I said, none of these movies are bad. I just have to rank which one is the best to the worst out of all of them. So yeah, I love this movie, but it is, you know, it gets kind of sad watching it. Number 4 on the list is Rocky 3. Rocky 3, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that movie also gets a little bit like, I get kind of annoyed at that movie when Clubber Lang, that douchebag, beats Rocky. Pretty good movie, pretty sad. Mickey dies in that movie. He has a heart attack. Yeah, Rocky gets knocked out by Clubber Lang in their first fight. In like, I think 2 rounds or the first round, I don't really remember, but early, Clubber Lang knocks him out. Then later on, Apollo Creed trains him. He has issues. He has some issues in his mind that he had to overcome, which he eventually overcame. But yeah, I love this movie too. Number 4 on the list, and at the end of that movie, Apollo Creed and Rocky had a third match behind the doors. They beat the hell out of each other. And later on, I think in Creed 1, Rocky exposed to Adonis Creed that Apollo won that one. So yeah. Number 3 on the list is Rocky 2. I literally just watched it like a couple hours ago. Yeah, Rocky 2, the rematch of Rocky versus Apollo Creed. Rocky wins. They both knocked each other down. They were both getting up. Apollo fell and Rocky got up, so he won. Pretty stressful. Like Rocky retires after their first fight. Rocky and Apollo Creed. I think he starts working for money. He does like acting jobs for commercials and stuff like that. He sucks at it. So he couldn't do that, and then he worked at Polly's meat place, which they let him go. And then Adrian was pregnant, so she was working at that pet shop. People talking trash about Rocky because he was carrying the spit buckets and the mopping the floors and stuff like that. Rocky 2 is at number 3. Number 2 on the list is Rocky 4. I'm pretty sure Rocky 4 is like number 1 for a lot of people. I'm pretty sure. I don't really know, but Rocky 4 is number 2. It's my second favorite movie of all time. Apollo Creed fights Ivan Drago. Drago is just like a Russian monster on steroids. He's just like a freak of nature. So Ivan Drago kills Apollo Creed. Then that gets Rocky pissed. So he fights Drago in Russia and beats him. That's just summarized. There's a lot more to it. But yeah, the training scenes in this movie makes me want to fight somebody, makes me want to shadow box. Without a doubt, one of the greatest movies of all time, man. I don't even care. Of all time. I was gonna say, watch all of them if you haven't watched them, but definitely watch Rocky 4. And then number 1 on the list is the first Rocky ever, Rocky 1. By far my favorite. I pick it over 4. The good memories watching it, just everything played out. Rocky was basically a nobody. Apollo Creed, who is the current champion, he was gonna have a bout on Thanksgiving, and he was gonna give a local Philadelphian a chance at the shot, because America is the land of opportunity, which that's pretty sick. Just the whole storyline, I loved it. Rocky made it a war, and it just ended up being one of those decisions that nobody really knows who won. It was close. Rocky fighting Spider Rico. I think that's his name. At that church in the beginning of the movie. It's just, the whole movie is sick, man. It's by far the best in my opinion. But also Rocky had a crush on Adrian at that pet shop, and that ended up being his wife. So I mean, the first Rocky movie just set up the entire series. So yeah, it's by far my favorite. I just love the classic feel. Now this is way different than anything. This is way different than my other videos, but yeah. This is my Rocky movie. This is me ranking Rocky movies. It's the end of it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Do all that good stuff. Peace.